What are we going to be watching?
Ah, you're forcing me to watch Pride and Prejudice.
I'm not forcing you.
Tell me why you like this movie.
Well, I really have a thing for period dramas. I wish I could dress up in like all of their clothes and run around in a field looking for my long lost love. It's just so visceral.
Visceral. Sometimes you use that word and I'm not 100% sure you're using it correctly.
It's like tasty. You can feel it.
Okay.
I'm bad at explaining why I like stuff because I end up using big words that don't make sense, which is why I use visceral. I'm like, oh well, it's just so perturbant. I don't know. Ooh, my forehead's shiny.
Why do you think I might enjoy it?
But I think you're gonna enjoy taking the piss out of it. I don't think you'll actually enjoy the film in the way that I do.
In a visceral, perturbant sort of way.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Stick, let's watch.
Also, as an unfortunate
Working
consequence-
title.
What?
Working title means this is gonna be boring.
I want to play this so badly on piano.
It's very cute. Pride and Prejudice.
Beautiful. It's Keira Knightly.
Oh my god, it's Keira Knightly.
See, like this, like look how amazing it is. I'd love to live here and wear that dress. It'd be amazing.
Kitty, what have I told you about listening at the door? He's single. Who's single? Mr. Bingley, apparently. He must marry one of them.
Ladies.
Good heavens. People.
It's President Snow.
How can you tease me so? Have you no compassion for my poor nerves?
Oh gosh.
I have the highest respect for them. They've been my constant companions.
Is he amiable?
Is he handsome?
I will give my hearty consent to his marrying whichever of the girls he chooses.
So will he come to the ball tomorrow, Papa?
Oh, Papa.
I believe so.
It's very adorable.
The two younger sisters do annoy me.
But when do they start hating people? You know? When's the prejudice?
Oh, I don't want to go to dances like this.
One of these days, Lizzie, someone will catch your eye, and then you'll have to watch your tongue.
Oh, heavens. Who is this dashing character?
How good of you to come.
Which of the painted peacocks is our Mr. Bingley? Well, he's on the right. And the person with the quizzical brow? Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy.
And he earns half of Derbyshire. The miserable half.
God, he does look a bit sour-faced.
Mr. Bingley, Mrs. Bennet, Miss Jane Bennet, Elizabeth,
I'm delighted to make your acquaintance.
Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy looks like he's had drugs.
I'm trying so hard not to go into a K-hole.
Is this just like a cattle market for women?
Pretty much.
Come on, girls. Mr. Bingley.
Will you dance, Mr. Darcy?
Not if I can help it.
None of I can help it. I'm quite miserable. I've got a hard exterior. My gosh, if you were to break through it, the love that you will discover. No snowbounds!
I've never seen so many pretty
Do you like
girls
Mr. Darcy?
You were dancing with the only handsome girl in the room.
Yeah.
But her sister Elizabeth is very agreeable. Perfectly tolerable, I dare say. Not handsome enough to tempt me.
Fucking apathetic emo boy. He just needs a guitar and a floppy set of bangs in front of his...
Count your blessings, Lizzie. If he liked you, you'd have to talk to him.
Precisely.
What's up his butt?
A very hard steel rod.
A flippity chippity chippity flip.
Have you not seen his sister either? They both just stood there like...
That's his sister.
Mr. Bingley's sister, so the ginger one that's probably on crack.
And gay.
Some characters would make good hobbits. I think he would make a good hobbit.
Yeah.
She was only 15. There was a gentleman so much in love with her.
She is overbearing.
He did write her some very pretty verses.
And that put paid to it. I wonder who first discovered the power of poetry in driving away love.
I thought that poetry was the food of love. So what do you recommend to encourage affection?
Dancing.
Why, I've never met such a brazen young woman.
Do you really believe he liked me, Lizzie?
He danced with you most of the night.
All the world is good and agreeable in your eyes. Not his friend, Mr. Darcy.
I doubt we shall ever speak again.
Alright then, let's finish here.
When you die, Mr. Bennet, which may in fact be very soon, our girls will be left without a roof over their heads.
A letter addressed to Miss Bennet, Mum.
We are saved.
Oh heavens.
It is from Caroline Bingley. She has invited me to dine with her.
Take it all in, love. Jesus.
Now she'll have to stay the night, exactly as I predicted.
And she's using it to dry herself with.
My kind friends will not hear of me returning home until I am better. Do not be alarmed. Excepting a sore throat, a fever, and a headache, there is nothing much wrong with me. This is ridiculous.
Oh, the great English countryside. So painterly and beautiful.
Miss Elizabeth Bennet.
Heavens, my darling.
I'm so sorry. How is my sister?
She's upstairs.
Thank you.
That's a creepy move. Just turn up at someone's house and be like, I'm too sick to go home. I live here now.
It's a pleasure that she's here.
It's all going according to plan. He's half in love with her already. How shall we punish him for such a speech?
You could be too proud, Mr. Darcy.
My good opinion, once lost, is lost forever.
He's exactly like an emo. You know, I hate their third album. They sold out.
I think you'd listen to like 21 Pilots.
My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
100%.
A Mrs. Bennet, a Miss Bennet, a Miss Bennet, and a Miss Bennet.
Mr. Bingley, is it true that you've promised to hold a ball here at Netherfield?
It would be better if conversation instead of dancing were the order of the day.
She's a little bit more my speed, that one. Can we just sit down and talk instead of dancing?
Dancing.
Mr. Bingley, I don't know how to thank you.
You're welcome any time you feel the least bit poorly.
Mr. Darcy?
Miss Elizabeth?
Oh my gosh. The electricity.
Keith flexed it.
That's the one man.
And back to the piano. Yes.
Are you telling me that you identify with the girl playing the piano?
If I had a piano, I would play it every single day.
I have reason to expect an addition to our family party.
Mr. Collins at your service.
My favourite line's coming up.
What a superbly featured room and what excellent boiled potatoes. Many years since I've vegetables. I'm honoured to have as my patroness Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
He's in Pirates of the Caribbean as well.
He is indeed.
I have to inform you that the eldest Miss Bennet has captured my special attention.
The eldest Miss Bennet is very soon to be engaged.
Engaged?
That guy is a creepy pervert.
But Miss Lizzie next to her would make anyone an excellent partner.
But she does not make the very tippy top of my tinkle tickle.
Very agreeable alternative.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Look at the horses.
No!
Oh, I forget you're afraid of horses.
I'm not afraid of them. I just have a healthy dose of...
Afraid of them. You have a fear of them.
Yours, I believe.
Oh, Mr. Wickham, how perfect you are.
Mr. Wickham!
I'm enchanted, Lieutenant.
What is the manner of your disapproval of Mr. Darcy?
His father treated me like a second son. With his last breath, his father bequeathed me the rectory in his estate. But Darcy ignored his wishes and...
How cruel.
So now I'm a poor foot soldier.
Terrible if there was more to that story than meets the eye. That's like a really early version of Spotify. You'd pay someone just to come around the house.
How could Mr. Darcy do such a thing?
I'll discover the truth from Mr. Bingley at the ball this evening.
Perhaps you will do me the honour, Miss Elizabeth.
I did not think you danced, Mr. Collins.
Hoped.
I do not think it incompatible with you to indulge in such an innocent diversion.
That is autism. I must compliment you on your potatoes. They are quite amazing.
Excellently boiled potatoes.
Perfectly arranged on the table in a pleasing manner.
May I have the next dance, Miss Elizabeth?
You may. I love this dance.
Indeed, most invigorating.
You don't find anything invigorating. You're a hair's breadth from killing yourself.
So we just had the pleasure of forming a new acquaintance.
Mr. Wickham is blessed with such happy manners.
He's been so unfortunate as to lose your friendship.
Mr. Darcy. Mr. Darcy.
What interesting relatives you have, Miss Elizabeth.
I feel like there is a reason she hasn't taken a husband yet.
Great. Of course, Caroline's a much better rider than I.
I think he likes her very much.
But does she like him?
She's just shy and modest.
She should move fast. Snap him up.
Yes.
David, wake up.
Charles, you cannot be serious.
He is serious. Leave him alone.
We'll be having a wedding
Loves
here
her.
in Netherfield in less than 3 months, if you ask me.
Hello, I've snuck into your bedrooms and watched you sleep at night.
Mrs. Bennet, I was hoping, if it would not trouble you, that I might solicit a private audience with Miss Elizabeth in the course of the morning.
Yes, certainly. Everyone out. Mr. Bennet?
But
Now?
But I'm fucking comfortable, love. Papa, don't leave me. Stay here. You're on your own, darling. I brought you a creepy little flower. Sniff it. It's yours. And he just giggles and runs away.
Nothing remains but for me to assure you in the most animated language of the violence of my affection.
Mr. Collins, I am honoured by your proposal, but I regret that I must decline it.
I'm going to stab you.
Please understand me. I cannot accept you.
Mr. Collins has proposed to Lizzie, but she vows she will not have him.
what am I to do?
Well, come and talk to her.
Breathe, woman.
Now.
He's a good man. He's going to be like, you should marry for love. Lord knows I didn't.
Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins. I will never see you again if you do.
Good man.
Jane? Jane?
What's happened?
You will find out. That is the whole point of watching a movie.
Has someone died?
I don't understand what would take him from Netherfield. Read it, I don't mind.
Please do. Not that I give a shit, but...
But you do give a shit because you asked multiple times.
Shh. Caroline sees that her brother is in love with you and is taking him up to persuade him otherwise.
She's a bitch.
He loves you, Jane. Do not give up. Go to our aunt and uncle's in London. Let it be known you are there, and I am sure he will come to you.
Bare feet in the mud.
Charlotte. Mr. Collins and I are engaged. Oh, for heaven's sake, Lizzie, don't look at me like that.
Oh my god, Dad, horses. Ooh.
Shut up. I'm not scared of horses. They're just too big.
What about little ponies?
They're even worse. They're even more unpredictable.
We've received an invitation to visit Rosings this evening from Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
How wonderful.
How long?
What's in
An actual bird on her head.
I never noticed that before.
Oh, it's Dame Judi Dench. She looks ravishing.
So you are Elizabeth Bennet.
I am, your ladyship.
This is my daughter.
Clam chowder.
Mr. Darcy, what are you doing here?
I'm a guest here.
You know my nephew.
Yes, Mum. I had the pleasure of meeting your nephew in Hertfordshire.
You draw?
No, not at all.
Has your governess left you?
We never had a governess.
5 daughters brought up at home without a governess. I never heard such a thing. You're young. Pray, what is your age?
3 younger sisters grown up, your ladyship can hardly expect me to own to it.
Bitch!
Come, Miss Bennet, and play for us.
No, I beg you.
For music is my delight.
When I say I play poorly,
Come, Lizzie.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady. Just be my butterfly, sugar, baby. Aww.
I do not have the talent of conversing easily with people I have never met before.
I know, you're autistic.
perhaps you should take your aunt's advice and practice.
I want to learn how to write like this.
You should. Don't want, do.
Mr. Darcy.
I'm gay!
I have autism.
I've taken my meds and I've got 20 minutes where I can tell you how I actually feel. I love you! Dude, spit it out.
Shall I call for some tea?
No, thank you.
No, heavens, no. No. Of course not. What's a silly suggestion? Clearly, I will eventually say something to you. You fucking left.
What have you done to promise the last thing?
Nothing.
I have now principally in view those objects which are only to be obtained through intercourse.
Intercourse?
Forgive me, through the intercourse of friendship.
So how long do you plan to stay in Kent, Colonel?
As long as Darcy chooses. Darcy is a most loyal companion. He saved the man from an imprudent marriage.
Who was the man?
His closest friend, Charles Bingley.
Elizabeth. Heavens. Not something that's coming between them that could be resolved with a conversation.
Miss Elizabeth, I have fought against my better judgment, my family's expectation, the inferiority of your birth.
Your fucking inferior birth.
I don't understand.
I love you.
How? You don't even know her.
He does.
You chose to tell me that you like me against your better judgment.
No, believe me, I
If
didn't
I
mean...
was uncivil, then that is some excuse, but I have other reasons. You know I have.
What reasons?
What on earth are you talking about?
That you separated a young couple who loved each other.
I watched them most carefully and realised his attachment was deeper than hers.
That's because she's shy.
Bingley, too, is modest and was persuaded she didn't feel strongly
Because
for
you suggested it.
Oh heavens. Never.
And what about Mr. Wickham?
Mr. Wickham.
What excuse can you give for your behaviour towards him?
So this is your opinion of me. Thank you for explaining so fully.
You were the last man in the world I could ever be prevailed upon to marry.
Modern dating has shifted somewhat. They're gonna kiss. Are they really?
Forgive me for taking up so much of your time.
Nowadays, it would just be a quick text message. You up? The romance is somewhat.
And this is why I like period dramas.
Yeah, there's a severe lack of sweeping that men do these days. Is that Mr. Darcy behind her?
Oh my god, is it?
I came to leave you this. I will address the 2 offences you have laid against me.
Please do. Blink, motherfucker!
What's that off?
It's that cat video. Ma!
It looks like Grandma!
My father loved Mr. Wickham as a son, but upon my
Oh,
father's
you're
death,
looking
Mr.
right away
Wickham
on that
demanded
horse.
the value of the living, which he gambled away
Oh.
within weeks.
Are you sure
As
you
to
want
the
to
other,
watch that part?
my sister and Mr. Bingley. They
Shut
were in
up.
the service of a friend.
Are you all right?
I hardly know.
I'm quite over him, Lizzie. If he passed me in the street, I'd hardly notice.
What a great time.
He has been invited to go to Brighton with the Forsters.
He's far too poor to be an object of prey to anyone.
Father, it's dangerous.
Come to the Peak District with us, Lizzie, and get some fresh air.
Oh,
Aye, that reminds me of home.
the piano's so lovely. I want to play these things so badly.
You should try to play them well. A little touch of green screen.
I think we're quite close to Pemberley.
Mr. Darcy's home.
Very well stocked lake. I've a hankering to see it.
Oh no, let's not.
Reminds me of Red Dead, heading up to the plantation.
Oh my god, yeah, it does. See, this I found strange. You just wander into someone's estate.
Well, back home in Shetland,
I mean, yeah, I would walk into people's houses and be like, do you have a glass of water?
and they'd be like, oh, hello.
This is he, Mr. Darcy.
Is it a true likeness?
Do you not think him a handsome man?
Yes.
Good lord, have you not heard of an iron?
But some material just stay crinkled, and then when you wear it, it crinkles anyway. You don't have to wear dresses, Papa. You have no idea what it's about.
I don't have to. Is he playing? Who's playing the piano?
If you walk a little bit faster, you'll find out.
Is that her sister? Ginger boy's about to sit down?
What?
Is... Oh. His sister. Mistaken. Run! Pervert.
They said that the house was open for visitors. I had no idea. Goodbye, Mr. Darcy.
Goodbye. I love you.
Most ardently.
Lizzie, we've just met Mr. Darcy. He's asked us to dine with him tomorrow. He particularly wants you to meet his sister.
She didn't really think that was a lover of his, did she? She was a baby. Bitch can teach you piano.
Miss Elizabeth!
My sister, Miss Georgiana.
My brother has told me so much about you.
Your unfortunate brother once had to put up with my playing for a whole evening.
But he says you play so well.
Then he has perjured himself most profoundly.
No, I said played quite well.
Oh, quite well is...
Oh, look, flirting. Actual flirting instead of creepy, weird, staring and negging.
I'll have to call you, madam. Oh, it's Jane.
What? So, someone's dead. Okay, yes. Someone has to die.
It's the most dreadful news.
Oh.
Lydia has run away with Mr. Wickham.
I will hunt him down and kill him.
If only I'd exposed Wickham when I should.
No, this is my fault.
This is grave indeed. I will leave you.
I will leave you. Goodbye. Thank you. I can see you are in great distress. Goodbye.
I don't know how to deal with it.
I always said they were unfit to take charge of her.
Now she's ruined.
You're all ruined.
Kitty, give it to me.
No! It's just Papa.
It's in Uncle's writing.
We found them.
They married.
Lydia married. And at 15 too. Ring the bell, Kitty.
She's happy that the girl got married to the dickhead.
Yeah, well, at first I thought he was basically stole her virtue.
What is going on here?
Come back. Lucky he did come back, or I would have had to ask Mr. Darcy, but I don't think he'd like
Mr. Darcy?
He paid for the wedding. Wickham's commission. Everything. But don't tell anyone, he told me not to tell.
Do you want me to explain?
Quickly.
Basically, obviously she would have been a fallen sister and the whole family's reputation would have been ruined if Wickham didn't marry her. Darcy rode, forced Wickham to marry the daughter, paid for absolutely everything so it would happen, and everything would be intact.
It's just ludicrous. So she's happy with him.
Yes, very. He's fixing everything that he did wrong.
I mean, that soldier boy is a horrible boy.
Yeah, well, she's made her decision.
Mr. Bingley is returning to Netherfield.
Mr. Bingley? I'm just glad he comes alone, because then we shall see less of him.
He's at the door. Mr. Bingley.
He's here. He's here. He's here at the door.
Oh my God, Bingley! Everybody behave naturally. Lord, you should never see you, sir. I'm sure I shall.
Mr. Darcy and Mr. Bingley.
Heavens. He's fairly coiffed, isn't he?
Do you hope to stay long in the country, Mr. Bingley?
Just a few weeks.
Are you well, Mr. Darcy?
Quite well.
Quite well.
What the fuck?
I return to town tomorrow.
My Jane looks well, does she not?
Quite well.
Does indeed.
I threw up in my mouth a little just then.
Oh, it's a disaster.
I'm sorry, though, that he came with Mr. Darcy.
Don't say that.
Why ever not?
I'm quite in love with him.
Oh God, that was so... I thought she said that. I thought she said that, because I looked and I was like, wait, hold on.
I tell you, I do a great Keira Knightly.
I know this is all very untoward, but I would like to request the privilege of speaking to Miss Bennet.
In private.
Alone.
You know, you could apply 2 coats of blue paint instead of just the one.
I like... So, like, kind of like, I don't know, warm.
First, I must tell you I've been the most unmitigated and comprehensive ass.
Okay. Do go on.
Honestly, they can't help themselves. I backhand them.
Until they lost consciousness.
Yes. 1,000 times yes.
Thank the Lord for that. I thought it would never happen.
Jesus Christ, woman. Mr. Darcy didn't stick around. Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did. There he is. He's walking away. Slowly.
Got the sun behind me, and the watery eyes of a man desperately in love with a waify brunette. Oh, there's Spotify again.
Yes?
Lady Catherine.
What's this bitch here for?
I need to speak to Miss Elizabeth Bennet alone.
Oh, jiggins.
Has my nephew made you an offer of marriage?
Your ladyship has declared it to be impossible.
Let me be understood, once and for all. Are you engaged to him?
I am not. You have insulted me in every possible way and can now have nothing further to say.
Yeah.
I must ask you to leave immediately.
You
Get her
vile
down.
Good
bitch.
night.
For God's sake.
Won't he come riding over the hill, brandishing his heart on his sleeve, professing his love? Does this happen? There he is, not quite on a horse, but strutting with his long Matrix style coat. He's got sunnies on and guns, lots of guns.
Shush!
I'll let you have this moment.
I couldn't sleep.
Nora, my aunt.
Yes, she was here.
How can I ever make amends?
After what you have done for Lydia,
Roger me.
and I suspect for Jane also, it is I who should be making amends.
You have bewitched me, body and soul, and I love, and love, and love you. I never wish to be parted from you from this day on.
Your hands are cold.
Do you want to die?
Door, please, Elizabeth.
Cliff.
I love him. He's not proud. He's wrong. I was entirely wrong about him.
Good Lord, I must pay him back.
No. We've been so stubborn. We're apart.
Oh Oh, that's cute.
You really do love him, don't you?
Very much.
I heartily give my consent.
Cute.
Any young men come for Mary or Kitty, for heaven's sake, send them in. I'm quite at my leisure.
What did you think about it? Did you enjoy it so much?
I liked it. It was nice. It was cute.
Well, that's good, because there's a second one that we can watch.
What's the second one called?
I'm joking.
Now something I can very much say to anyone who's like, oh my god, we need to watch Pride and Prejudice. I'll be like, I've seen it. You can go watch a video of me watching it.
And I hated it.
I didn't hate it. It was fine.
Do you see what I meant though? Like, I feel like you'd enjoy taking the piss out of it more than anything else.
Him staring.
Dad, it was so visceral and so
perturbant.
I don't even know if that's a word. I don't think it is. Perturbant. It's not even a word.
Okay, goodbye.
Mr. Darcy. Mr. Darcy. Right.
Goodbye. Love you. Bye.